What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crash Play Gaming, the first video showing off a Pokemon deck since I have made my triumphant return. I don't know if it's really triumphant, but anyways, making the return here, getting this deck underway, and yeah, you know how this usually goes. We're going to go into the deck list, and then we're going to see some matches, and you're going to see how cool this deck is. Today, we are looking at Klawf, a 120 HP basic fighting Pokemon with the attack for 2 colorless energy unhinged scissors, does 30 damage plus 160 more damage if the Pokemon is affected by a special condition. And if you watch my pack opening, you realize that I am focusing on one special condition for Klawf, and that's going to be with this Brute Bonnet here with the Toxic Powder ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon has an Ancient Booster Capsule energy capsule attached, it is energy capsule, okay, you may make both active Pokemon poison. So your Klawf gets poisoned, and then you can poison your opponent's active Pokemon as long as they don't have their own booster capsule on as well. So that's the whole purpose of this Ancient Brute Bonnet in the deck here, to help out the Klawf. We have a 4-line of Klawf, and then we also have your good old Hisuian Electrode V for no energy. It does Tantrum Blast, 100 damage times each special condition, and so we're only really running 2 special conditions that we can hit with this Electrode, so it's only going to be doing 200 damage, but Electrode is actually only in here to handle Charizard and to handle Roaring Moon or anything that's weak to grass. If it's not weak to grass, we don't play Electrode that much, but it is good to one-shot some basic EXs, other Pokemon Vs that are basic as well. So Electrode does have a little bit of a higher damage output to get us there, but usually we don't want to. So Tantrum Blast is most likely going to be doing 200 damage and hitting for weakness. We don't care about the other attack. We also have 1 copy of Drapion V. Mew VMAX is still a thing, so Drapion V is the best card that we can play for that matchup. Mew VMAX is a little bit of a tougher matchup if we don't hit them for weakness with this Drapion, so that's why I have a Drapion in here. We also have Radiant Hisuian Sneasler, and I have been so close to cutting this card so many times, but then there's that one matchup where this dude comes in clutch to have those extra 2 damage counters when your opponent's Pokemon is poisoned. So we play Radiant Hisuian Sneasler just for those cases. We also have Jirachi here for the Stellar Veil ability. We prevent all damage counters from being placed on our bench Pokemon by effects of attack, so basically Sableye counter. We would get bodied by Lost Box if we don't play Jirachi and they use the Sableye. So that's why Jirachi's in here. And then we got a 2-2 line of Bibarel, Industrious Incisors, draw our hand up to 5. We also have 1 little copy of Cyclizar here for the free retreat. We want the free retreat. It kind of helps us give us options to either go into Electrode or go into the Klawf as our attackers. And so we can scroll down a little more here and look at some of the trainer cards we have here. We got 2 Escape Ropes, 1 Heavy Ball, 4 Nest Ball, 1 Pal Pad, 4 Spicy Seasoned Curry. This is how we get our Electrode to hit the 200 damage. Our active Pokemon is now burned, but we also heal 40 damage from it. So if your Electrode survives a turn, it takes burn damage, poison twice, that's 40. You used another Spicy Seasoned Curry if they're not burned again, and you heal that 40 damage off, and it kind of resets your Electrode, which is actually really cool. We got 1 Super Rod, the new supporter Atticus. We can only use this if our opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. Easy for us to do. We shuffle our hand to our deck and we draw 7. And this supporter makes this deck that much better. Instead of Atticus, I was playing, before Atticus came out, I was playing 4 Iono, which is good sometimes. And I was playing 1 Colress to kind of help with the draw support, because we didn't really have that much draw support besides Bibarel and Research and Iono. But then adding 2 Atticus, so basically I cut a Colress, I cut an Iono, add 2 Atticus, and it just... drawing the 7 cards makes it so much better, because Bibarel and Iono can only draw you so many cards, right? So that's why we have that here. We got 4 Ultra Ball, 3 Town Stores, so we can search our deck for Pokemon 2 cards, whether that be the Ancient Booster Capsule here, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, too long of a name. So we can attach to our Brute Bonnet, giving it plus 60 HP and cannot be affected by special conditions, or our 4 Silstone, allowing us to search our deck for any card and put it into our hand. We're only playing 4 Double Turbo Energies. The only attacker is Klawf. The other attacker doesn't need energies. Electrode attacks for free. We have 1 cheeky copy of Thorton here to allow us to switch our basic Pokemon with any of the guys that are in our discard. So this could sneakily get you a Klawf, get you an Electrode, get you a Brute Bonnet. All of the basics that we have, you can bring back with Thorton to make some crazy plays happen. Of course, we have 1 Artazon as well to help us set up in the early game. 3 Boss's Orders. I think you can try to cut 1 Boss's Orders, but sometimes 3 is just enough, because with Charizard, you can you really want to knock out 2 Charizards. So that's 2 Electrodes, 2 Charizards, so you can avoid having to Super Rod or play Thorton. And then you can boss around and get their Rotoms if they're playing Rotoms. You can't one-shot the Pidgeot, which is unfortunate. But if you boss twice, you can boss down some of the like Charmanders or Pidgeys or Mews or something to take your last prize in those cases. So that's why we have a heavy count of boss, so we can knock out the 2 prize Pokemon and try to get ahead in the prize race here. But that is the Klawf deck. That's enough of it. It will be in the link in the not in the link. It'll be in the description down below. There will be no links in the description. I don't know why I said that, but anyways, let's just go ahead and watch the deck in action. Oh, going up against Charizard, Radiant Charizard. Ooh, I did not want to start Electrode, that's for sure. We want Electrode to come in after we KO something with Klawf. But we have Ultra Ball to get our Brute Bonnet, so we may be able to pull off an Electrode KO on the Radiant Charizard. We'll see what we draw. But we can definitely play Atticus this turn instead of an Iono, which is great because they're going to play down their hand. Well, maybe we do want to play Iono instead. They did just instant charge. Maybe Iono is the play here. Another Atticus. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball. Get rid of those guys. I think we do play Iono in this one. We're going to grab the Brute Bonnets because we already have the HM Booster Capsule and we can at least attack for 100. So we'll throw that down. We'll go ahead and throw an Iono. Limit their hand size. Maybe they miss the Rare Candy Pidgeot or Charizard next turn because of this, which would be fantastic. Double Nest Ball is great and a switch, but we don't have a attacker energy for Klawf. So we're going to grab Bidoof. We're going to Nest Ball for... Ooh, did we prize our second Electrode? And we prized our second Electrode. That's not good. We're going to go ahead and get Cyclizar down. We can take the KO here, and that's what I'm going to do. I want to put as much pressure on our opponent as we can, and if we take a single prize KO early on, it allows our boss's orders to boss up a single prizer, like one of the Charmanders or Pidgeys, to be KO'd next round. Let's see if we can get an Electrode. We do. Oh my goodness, thank you. Unfortunately, we're going to have to play Research next turn, which is kind of bad, but here we are. Putting 2 Electrodes in play right now sucks for us, but we want to hold the Electrodes and surprise them with it is really kind of how we want this match to go. But we got to play with what we are dealt, and that is what we're doing. So we'll see what our Charizard opponent is able to do. If we top deck another Spicy Seasoned Curry, we can definitely boss the Rotom. If not, we're going to boss the Pidgey. If they don't evolve it, we should definitely boss the Pidgey. There's a Nest Ball. They might be getting another Pidgey because they see that play coming. No, they get another Charmander, which is good for us. Energy, Tail on Fire, Forest Seal. Okay, Forest Seal Stone gets them any card they want, so that'll help them out in getting these evolutions going. Hopefully they needed more than 2 pieces here. They got to research with that. Hopefully they missed. We want them to whiff. Did Charizard whiff the turn 2 Pidgey or Charizard? Pidgeot, I mean. There's an Ultra Ball. Do they have a Rare Candy in their hand? They probably do. Let's see what they grab. Ooh, they grab a Charmeleon. Okay, they're evolving the bench. They may have a Charizard in hand, but that's okay. I don't mind getting KO'd by the Charizard next turn, because they have to deal with 2 Electrodes. Top deck an Ultra Ball. Alright. Well, we are going to boss this turn, so we could get rid of the switch and dump our hand and get Bidoof going. Since we are going to boss the Pidgey and put us at even prizes. I think that is the best here. Let's go ahead and get Pidgey. And we can Ultra Ball away, research, and switch. Grab Bibarel. I think this is the best thing we can do here. And play that guy down and go ahead and Industrious Incisors. Spicy Seasoned Curry, Nest Ball grabs us a Klawf for later. Throw that guy down. We haven't seen a double Turbo Energy yet, but that's okay. We have Spicy Seasoned Curry. We have another Electrode. We can just take the KO here because we're already poisoned with Tantrum Blast. Pidgey is gone. That gets rid of their ways to search their deck for cards, which is good. A Town Store off of the prizes is also good. We don't really need this Artazon here, so that's good. They come up with the Charmeleon. That tells me they probably have a Charizard in hand. Super Rod gets them back the Pidgey. And Radiant Charizard. Radiant Charizard is actually going to be a little bit of a problem for us. Let's see. This Charizard knocks out my Electrode. They go down to 4 prizes. My Electrode knocks out their Charizard. We go down to 2 prizes. They are still at 4. Then they have to... We want to boss the Rotom for game with Klawf. I think. They can come back and hit us with the Radiant Charizard. Which they might get off of this Ultra Ball. No, they get Pidgey again. I'm okay with this. An extra turn without Pidgey's fine. And they've got 5 Fire Energies in play. 6. So they've got a few left. No reason to go up with Cyclizar here. We know we're going to take the KO with the Electrode. What I might do though is play the Town Store so I can grab my Forest Seal Stone and use it so I can guarantee a Klawf attack. But we'll see what we draw. Let's go ahead and do Forest Seal Stone. Let's Ultra Ball away Heavy Ball and Artazon. We don't need those. Nothing is really prized that we care about anymore. We'll get another Klawf because these guys will be our attackers. And we can Spicy Seasoned Curry. We can Industrious Incisors. Maybe we can get an energy off of this. We don't. It's a bummer. So we are going to use our V-Star power to go grab an energy. We do have Atticus, which is nice. Ooh, we only have 1 boss in deck. Oh no, we got 2. Okay. How many energies do we have? We did prize 1, so we could get 1 off the prizes, which would be helpful. The more Klawfs we have, the better. Oh, I can play Atticus now. Oh, maybe I shouldn't burn the V-Star power. Let's do that. Let's play Atticus now. We get another energy in hand. We do. Great. Nest Ball's good too. All these cards are good to have. Let's go ahead and Tantrum Blast. Take the KO here on the Charizard EX. We get 2 prizes. Also, playing the Atticus was good because it could have found us a boss's orders for next turn. We're going to have to figure out a way to dump our hand for next turn. We want to find a boss because they're going to have to go through 2 Klawfs to win the game. Or we can find our Super Rod / Thorton and use that to bring back an Electrode. Thorton is still in the deck. Super Rod is possibly still in the deck. I should have... Delphox V! Oh, frick! How much does this do? 120 to 120. Oh, that Delphox, bro. Oh, the Delphox. That's going to cause us some problems. Hell on fire. Because they don't have the Pidgeot. Okay, if we escape rope, they just give us another Charmander. Oh, man. We can Iono them to 4 for sure. Iono doesn't seem like a bad play for us. Except we lose the Spicy Curries. And they concede. Perfect. We beat Charizard. That Delphox was scary though. You might want to throw Manabee back in if Charizard's going to be playing some Delphoxes for sure. Okay, we get the benefit of going first against Charizard, but our opening hand is atrocious. At least we're starting with a Bidoof. Technically, I don't have to throw down an Electrode yet. But it is an attacker for next turn. I don't want to. I will pass. I don't want to throw down an Electrode just yet. I definitely want to see if I can top deck a Nest Ball next turn. If I can top deck Nest Ball, we have a much better chance at getting an attack off with Klawf. But I think I'm going to throw down the Electrode next turn anyways. So that we can at least possibly attack if we can Iono into the Brute Bonnet slash... well, if we can just Iono into Brute Bonnet, right? Because we have the Town Store in hand. Although I don't want to give them Town Store because they do play Forest Seal Stone with Rotom V. We'll see. Well, okay, if we top deck Nest Ball or Brute Bonnet. Jirachi, okay. We kind of have to play the Town Store. I don't want to. We could have bossed the Pidgey, but here we are. Got to do an Iono instead. we don't get there. Okay. Well, then we're going to have to Town Store for the Force. We want to start attacking. We have to. Force Seal Stone here. Star Alchemy. We don't even have a supporter for next turn. This might get a little dicey. Let's go ahead and grab a... Does Ultra Ball help us? Helps us thin, but we can boss next turn. They're not going to evolve everything, right? Let's grab a Nest Ball. Play that for Brute Bonnet. So we can at least KO a Charmander. Retreat into Electrode. Toxic Powder, we can draw one with Bibarel once we are able to. That may help us out. Another Bidoof, not really. Well, you know what? No, we'll hold off on that. Don't want to play down another Bidoof. 100 damage, KO the Charmander. Opponent's most likely going to be able to get their Pidgeot off next turn. Artazon does help us next turn, though. That can get us a Klawf, and we have Boss to KO the Rotom. So we can work our way towards a second Electrode to KO their Charizard. So they're going to go down to 4 prizes remaining. We'll go down to 3. They'll go down to 3. And we will want another single prize KO. So we'll want another boss for sure. When we have all of our bosses in deck, I believe. There's Arven, that gets them rare candy. And a tool card. But they also had access to Town Store, so really they didn't have to play Arven. Ultra Ball or Seal Stone works. They may already have a rare candy in hand. Jirachi and Manaphy go down the bin. We hope actually they don't play Delphox. I hope they don't play Delphox in this match. My chair got a little low. There we go. Oh, they play Radiant Zard. That could mean they do have a Delphox. Radiant Zard's a bit of a problem. Klawf can handle Radiant Zard though, so I'm not too worried about it. We just have to make sure that our Electrodes don't fall victim to that bad boy. Thankfully we have Artazon. They already used the supporter. They didn't do Pidgeot though. Wonder what that last card in their hand better be a Researcher. I'm gonna be confused. Alright, Cyclizar, let's go. Top deck a Switch, we don't really care about that. Artazon. I don't want to use the Town Store because I don't want to bulk up my hand here. So we'll go grab a Klawf. We have 3 others in the deck, which is good. Let's go ahead and throw down the double turbo. We can... Rotom's not much of a disadvantage right now. Radiant Charizard can be a problem. They do have Super Rod, but we force them to find Super Rod, so maybe we knock out the Zard. I think we're going to knock out Zard. I think that makes a little bit more sense to me. Treat into Klawf. And I don't mind Super Rodding back in the Electrode to burn a card. And then we can draw a couple with Industrious Incisors here. Our hand is just atrocious right now. Toxic Powder for sure. Let's go ahead and throw down this Bidoof. And KO this Radiant Charizard for a single prize, which is fine. We could have taken 2 prizes this turn, but we are in pretty much top deck mode. Another Switch. I have to burn so many cards just to draw other cards. Alright, so this following turn we want to find Electrode V to KO the Charizard EX. They're going to go down 3 prizes. We go down to 2. They go down to 1. And we have Boss on Rotom or second Electrode on their second Charizard, and we win. That's kind of the maps that we got for this. So, see what our opponent's able to do with that 4-card hand. They took 2 prizes and they drew 1 card. And hopefully we're not stuck for a turn. We're going to be playing down a bunch of our cards. I don't want to play too many. Ooh, they do still have that. They do still have their Force Seal Stone. So maybe, big brain plays. Maybe we should have taken out the Rotom there so they didn't have access to Force Seal Stone. Instead of taking out the Radiant Charizard, who would not have been a threat until later in the game. I mean, Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, because now they have access to whatever they're getting. Let's see if that's gonna be Rare Candy Pidgeot, or just a research. Or an Iono. Does Radiant Zard even play Iono? A boss. Go after Brute Bonnet, which is fine. We have Artazon and we have Ancient Booster Energy Capsule in hand. This is okay. We'll go up with Cyclizar. Maybe we can find ourselves an Electrode. Top deck. Oh my gosh, all my switching cards. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, Brute Bonnet, let's come on out. We're going to play that, and we're going to switch into Bibarel. And we're going to switch into Cyclizar. And then we're going to draw a couple cards, see what we get. A couple Spicy Season Curries, which would be good. So we're going to have to play an Escape Rope here. I need to burn more cards in my hand, unfortunately. I don't mind the Charizard staying alive again. It's okay. We're going to take a prize here. They give us the Charmander, which is fine with me. I'm actually going to burn a Spicy Season Curry just so that I have less cards in my hand for next turn. We are going to take a prize. So we'll go ahead and do Unhinged Scissors. KO the Charmander. Oh boy. Prize number 3, what you got? Ultra Ball, yes! That is the almost perfect prize. Nest Ball would have been better, but Ultra Ball I can get rid of Escape Rope and whatever card I draw to take the KO on this Charizard. They don't have another attacker set. They can't get another Charizard. Oh, darn it. Last turn would have been the turn that I wanted to KO with the Electrode. If they don't play a supporter this turn, though, that they're also in top deck mode, and it may be okay to attack with Electrode. Clap Stadium, okay. Another boss. Brute Bonnet, sure. I played my Super Rod, didn't I? Alright, this is all up to Klawf's then. We gotta Klawf it up. Oh, that's a bad draw. Escape Rope helps. I need to play the Spicy Season Curry. I mean, I can save it for next turn, right? Yeah. I can also draw one with Bibarel. So we want to definitely find a boss's orders. So we'll Escape Rope. And we'll KO whatever they bring up. Charmander, fine. Spicy Season Curry. Play that. And then we can Bibarel for 2. Iono Thorton. What is the correct play here? Ultra Ball away. We can win, right? If Thorton Brute Bonnet and it stays in play, we can find Electrode and win. I think so. Because they have to attack with Charizard, we'll go down to 2 prizes remaining. I think this is the correct play. We KO this Charmander. The other play would have been to play Iono and hope for a boss and Klawf with the Ultra Ball. Atticus. Okay. Alright, so they could have another boss. Let's see how many they played. They played 2. 2 bosses. Played 2 bosses orders. We have Ultra Ball for Electrode V. With that, we need another Spicy Season Curry, which we're down 2. It's going to be tough. It'd be nice to play Atticus instead of an Iono. Atticus will get us more cards, I think. Alright, so we'll Ultra Ball for Electrode V. Ooh, they play an Ultra Ball of their own. Did they get Rare Candy Pidgeot? I mean, they could have. And they definitely could have. This could also get them a Luminion. No, I want Atticus in my hand. Oh, what are you getting? This is a very close match. Another boss. They're going after Brute Bonnet. Dang it. This means I have to get a boss's orders. And a spicy seasoned curry. Oh man. That sucks. Played my Lost Vacuum. Fourth. This Charizard list plays 4 bosses? What is this? Oh, they just took away Brute Bonnet. That's all of my tools though, right? I believe that's all my tools. I can't use Atticus now. We got 1 curry in deck. I think we should have taken out that Rodon when we had the chance. Alright. This Bibarel has to get us the spicy seasoned curry and boss's orders. It does not. We do not survive. Bummer. Do I care about Thorton anymore? Not really. It's a pain, it's a pain, it's a pain to lose this way. 4 boss's orders this deck plays. There's 2 cards. Are you kidding me? The next 2 cards were boss and spy. Oh my gosh. You've got to be kidding me. Wow. The way this match turned out was so crazy. If you're going to lose the Charizard, you got to lose this way, I suppose. But whatever, we got 2 Charizard matches. Wow, the way we lost is insane. Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. You saw Klawf in action. You win some, you lose some. But the way we lost was just insane. The next 2 cards. Oh, man. But, you know, usually you're able to handle Charizard like 90% of the time. So don't worry about that one. You're able to handle all these decks pretty well. I do think this is a kind of like single prize hybrid deck that does really good. I am impressed with Klawf, and I do like it. And it's a deck that I've been playing a lot of, so I really want to be my first video back to have Klawf in it. But that's it for now. We will go into other decks later in future weeks and just kind of get back into the groove of things. But thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.